here. Now, the current in the southern hemisphere are generally anti-clockwise. As the wind blow from southeast and force the western Australian, Mongolia, and Peruvian current northward. So here they are saying what happened. When you are talking about the earth rotation, the earth is rotating like this. You can see here, direction of earth rotation. You can see. When the wind, how the wind actually blows, it comes like this. Got it? It should come down straight, but I told you, due to the earth movement, it bend like this, as you can see here. It should come straight down, but it bends like this. It should go straight, but it will bend like this due to the, you can say, movement. So they are saying that if you talk about the current in southern hemisphere, they are anti-clockwise. Okay, if you can remember only this part, that is fine. No need for these examples. They are not required. But this one you can say the current in southern hemisphere are generally anti-clockwise. And how they are anti-clockwise? Okay, here you can see this one. If I divide it, I will divide into two hemisphere. Which hemisphere this one? Who will tell me? Which hemisphere this one? Tell me.
Northern Hemisphere.
Northern hemisphere. And down one, which one? Southern
Southern.
hemisphere. So what they're saying, in southern hemisphere, the currents are generally what? Anti-clockwise. So this motion is what? If something moving like this, clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Anti-clockwise.
And in northern, what is this?
Clockwise.
Clockwise. Got the what are they are saying in the above three lines? Got the idea?
Yes.
Please participate. Don't be sit quiet. It will improve, inshallah, your comprehension. The cold currents. Again, the cold currents mean the movement which comes from cold poles, the North Pole and the South Pole, where you have the glacier. Warm currents comes from the tropic or either side of the equator. For example, see here now. They are talking about the blue one, they are cold. Okay, you can see this is your North Pole, this is your South Pole. Got it? Now you can see cold, they are coming from top or from bottom. The cold currents, they are coming from the bottom or from the top, because here you have the cold places, here you have the cold places. These red ones, they are coming from the sides or from the center, because these areas, the areas are the hot places. Again, here warm currents flow away from the equator. Once again, another thing. For example, if I will draw the equator here, so I will draw the equator. This is the equator line. I will change the color, then it will be more easy. So this is the equator line. They are saying that the warm current always move away from the equator. You can see the red lines. They are going away from the equator. Whenever there is a warm current, so it moves away from the equator. Cold one always towards the equator. You can see here. This one you can see. This one you can see. Cold currents flow towards the equator from the poles. Is it clear? Once again, you can see here. You can see this is equator line if I want to draw. Okay. Red line going away from equator. This is going away from equator. Going from away equator. Going away from equator. Blue cold current towards equator, towards equator, towards equator, towards equator, towards equator. Understand or not? Got
Yes.
it? If in the
Yes.
exam, in the exam I will give you this diagram, let's suppose, and this is the equator. Now tell me, this is which current, warm or cold? This one.
Cold
Why?
because it's moving towards the equator.
Towards the equator. Understand now? If in the exam
Yes.
they will not mention the colors, so from the direction, can you tell this is a which type of a current? Easy?